Now, the issue of Eezee, Mercy Chinwo, and Judikay, I've followed it with keen interest. Something very, it's within my place of primary assignment. I'm a Christian, and the emergence of the record label was something that was a huge sigh of relief for those of us in the Christian faith, and those of us that is in the business of talent management. So it was something big, and I followed the company up. I is what the man has done with the company has been really very demanding and quite legendary, so to speak. It's been a landmark improvement in what used to be it. Apart from Christ Embassy, there were no independent record labels that were signing gospel artists at the time until Eezee came. So that level of emotional attachment was already given. So when the story broke out, I had initially thought it wasn't necessary at all. So I waved it off, didn't want to talk about it. But with more and more public statements, memos, videos, conversations, interpretations now in the public place, I owe it a duty to also look at it independently. Right? First, like I established, I will be very careful in dealing with this matter because for me, it was something that was supposed to birth other interests from investors, from investing in the talent ministry of the kingdom, so that more and more up and coming gospel music ministers would be signed to many other labels, and then that would help to take away the burdens from pastors. Because I personally, and if you speak with me privately, you know that I'm not very happy with a lot of pastors, especially with investment in the appropriate areas for young people and gifted people in church. I think our pastors should do more than they do, rather than the stipends that they throw around occasionally. There should be real-time investment in areas like this that could help stabilize these guys and ensure that gifted people in churches do not suffer or go hungry, right? As a church boy for many years, it is something that I'm looking into personally. So the competition needs to be higher and all of that. So, however, when the news broke out and conversations around this got to the public, I started to look into the papers and listen to everything. I think I would not want to accuse just anybody, but I'll look at this from two dimensions. First, there's a business dimension to this. Eezee had signed Mercy Chinwo, Judikay, Minister GUC, and a lot of other. I think Chris Morgan was on a management. Mercy Chinwo was on a management contract. They were partly different from what Mercy Chinwo, Judikay, and all of that. And then the boss came with it. They were signed, apartment given, cars given, which of course is general. So Eezee tried to represent what was offered to the secular artist in the gospel world, and that gained him some respect. He's been having seminars upon seminars talking about talent ministry and all of that. When we heard that Mercy had left the label, and of course Judy's contract expired, we didn't know. A few persons insinuated that there were challenges here and there. However, I think from close observation, there are certain facts that must be laid. The fact that Mercy Chinwo and Judikay particularly have come to uncover that there were financial discrepancies, or they were not so open financial issues around their times with the label. While Judikay went on to rounding up or rounding off a contract with Eezee. It, according to Eezee, Mercy did finish her own contract and she owes the label some one album, so to speak. Now look at it. What Mercy and Judikay are contesting, although not together, not as partners individually, challenge is the fact that they have uncovered that several thousands in Mercy's public statement, over $600,000, in Judikay over $300,000, were not remitted to these artists from, especially from streaming. And you know, if you know how the streaming situation works, you understand clearly that while these contracts were going on, monies were being made from streaming, and they were supposed to have some benefit, right, from all of this streaming. It's the artist, is the talent work, while the label takes their cut, the artist or the talent takes his or her own share. However, upon the expiration, their own auditing of the process discovered that they should have earned more than they earned in the stream. And I see a lot of emotional attachment here and there to say you are singing for Jesus. No, I disagree particularly. The fact that you are singing for Jesus, but it's business already. It's business for, and I don't know everybody, but I know Judikay. And I don't know Judikay from the screen. I know Judikay on a very personal level. We may not talk yes all the time. We may not have pretty good conversation every single time, every single week. But I've listened to Judikay. I've had to speak with Judikay on several issues. I've had to listen to her. I know there are churches that Judikay refused to attend because she wasn't led to, or because her spirit wasn't comfortable to go there. So Judy is not a greedy person. Judy is not money driven. You could know that this particular person, I am not saying Mercy is, but I'm saying for Judikay that I know personally, I've had to meet with Mercy and Judikay on the personal level, right? And I know them. I've seen Mercy a few times. But Judikay that I know this one is a Christian. And this one has values and principles that sets her apart for. So if Judith, for example, or me, Judikay, for example, embarks on a journey like this, I'll support her because I know what she stands for. I know who she is. I know what she represents. So I think in her last statement that was released, what she requested at the end of the contract, because the contract had ended and then they've moved on. She's started to do her work independently, but then she's requesting for an audit of the financial record, really from the streaming platforms, so that they and then she's alleging that Eezee has been avoiding this audit, although there have been several um, resolutions and reconciliation attempts being made, but the audit is yet to be done, and that is what she's not comfortable with. All right, and I think at that point you should look at that. Is fair enough to look at. At the end of the day, right? Why I don't want to drag Eezee, I still think there's some level of greed that may have happened in all of this. Yeah, because I'm seeing the emotional blackmail, posting videos of Judikay's parents while they were celebrating. You see, this was business. You, no matter how the help that was rendered to these artists, it was business. You were going to use their talent, use their time, use their resources, use their gift to be able to make money. And then you agreed in the contract that this money that will be made from whatever would be beneficial to both of us. You take a percentage and I take it. And they signed. We must keep to the tenets of that agreement. Stop the emotional blackmail. I saw a video of him in Barbados nature saying all sorts and people that you helped. No, you didn't help anybody. Nobody helped anybody, right? It may have been seen as form of help from the beginning, but then it was business. It was business arrangement. You wanted to help a situation. You wanted to give into a work, and then you invested in it to reap. If the contract expired, the people are saying, let's audit whatever had gone into the books. Let us know what actually came. I'm not comfortable. I have done my independent auditing, and I think that there are financial discrepancies. You should be open to have all that done, right? And they are using the most. Everybody is dragging. I've not seen a video of Judy inciting or doing anything wrong. She only said she wants the system to be able to take them through this process and give it a fair understanding. She's ready to even back off if at the end of the day she is wrong and apologize. So I'm not sure this is supposed to be a big deal, because the level of emotional blackmail that Eezee and the label is doing bruise the attention to say, oh, there's a challenge here, because I'm not sure this is supposed to be a big deal. So I personally think that I'm disappointed, and I didn't want that. I wanted this to become um, like um, like a way to go, something like that would inspire others to do. I didn't want this to end this way, and so I was personally wishing that all of these dramas end. So let's do it the right way. If you have an agreement, follow the agreement to the letter. If you have an issue, deal with it. The artists have a right to seek redress of the processes, right? They do, because their talents and gifts were being used. And then, if the label also think that they were right in all of the dealings, be open to this scrutiny and let it be done with, so that other persons can get, so that the business could go on, right? But nobody should say that the artist should shut up their mouth. They sang for Jesus. No, no, their talent and gift it is of the Lord's idea that whatever was offered to you as a gift is profitable, not just to the body of Christ, not just to the kingdom, not just to the church, but to you and those that you are responsible to. It is of the Lord's idea. It is permitted by the laws of God, by the book, by the holy book, that you can go ahead and invest your giftings, make solutions, give value, and they take in profit. So everybody should respect that order. So nobody should drag Mercy, drag Judith. They are permitted, and it happens everywhere. We thought that it should not have happened in the body of Christ, because all of us are supposed to standing on values and principles. But there are a few areas where we are already seeing that, oh, this was wrong, this wasn't supposed to be. But then it is what it is.